Palanquin, Palki, a customary method for correspondence now exceptionally uncommon. It is borne on the shoulders of 2, 4 or even 8 bearers of unique station or class. The birthplace of the word is Sanskrit palanka, a voyaging bed. Its Pali structure is palanka in Hindi and Bangla, Palki. The Portuguese are said to have added a nasal end to any of these words and called it palanquin. There is a reference to Palki in the Ramayana. Ibn Battuta had by and by utilized Palki, thus did the voyager of the same time, John Manley, c. 1350. Palki was one of the methods for troop developments amid Akbar's rule a great many. It was an extravagance with respect to the pre-advanced noble and prosperous individuals to move in palanquins, which were of numerous sizes and outlines. The littlest and most grim one was called Bali, which was borne by 2 persons as it were. The bigger palanquins were borne by 4 to 8 persons. The exceptionally wealthy and refined individuals used to move an expansive and brightened palanquin borne by 8 bearers. The European brokers in Bengal in the 17th and 1800s of years utilized palanquin as a part of going to caps and bazaars, furthermore in transporting their freight. They got such a great amount of use to the palanquin method of transport that even a newcomer who joined as an author in the organization's administration at an extremely ostensible pay entertained himself with purchasing a palki and keeping up a foundation for it. This was distinguished as an issue subsequent to the propensity for a man to purchase palki was something that could prompt different noxious propensities. In light of the issue, the Court of Directors of the East India Organization issued a request in 1758 that precluded the essayists, little representatives, from purchasing and looking after palanquins. The reality just shows that palki was in those days what an engine auto is today. In the pre-steamer and railroad period, even the Senator General frequently thought that it was helpful to move in palanquin. In the mid-19th century, the postal office presented the arrangement of stage palanquin for conveying mail, furthermore affirmed travelers on installment. Long separation travelers used to purchase tickets for stage palki from the mail station. The stage palki framework proceeded down to the later part of the 19th century. By the mid-19th century, the Europeans, all things considered, quit utilizing palanquins. Be that as it may, until the end of the 19th century, the babus and noble locals regularly utilized palanquins as their method for transport. The palanquin utilized by Rabbi Indranath Tagore as a part of his visits to his Zamindari Kakriyachaladha is still protected there at the Tagore Library. The wealthy individuals ordinarily claimed palanquins, which were borne basically by their slaves, and the general individuals utilized it on contract. With the cancellation of bondage, the palki works started to originate from Bihar, Orissa, Chhattisgarh and central provinces from the primary quarter of the 19th century. Numerous shoes sold their work locally as palanquin bearers. They originated from their countries in the dry season and for the most part left their spots on the onset of the rainstorm downpours. They had pretty much altered spots to visit toward the end of the blustery season each year and made their interim cottages at some open or private spot. Palanquin as a method of transport started to decay from the mid-19th century when steamer and rail correspondences began and general transportation started to move forward. With the improvement of streets and expressways and expanding utilization of creature trucks and carriages, the palanquin as a method for transport confronted eradication. The presentation of rickshaw in the 1930s had, truth be told, removed it from the urban regions. Be that as it may, the families keeping up Purta framework utilized palanquin even down to the 1960s. The steadily growing correspondence system, presentation of mechanized vehicles in area and waters everywhere throughout the nation, and the notoriety of accelerated rickshaw have now made palki a foundation of the past.